That's 15 strands of 66-foot LEDs and one telescoping flagpole with one of Jattyco's amazing flagpole toppers. Today I'm going to show you how I build the best 20-foot flagpole Christmas tree using the 20-foot telescopic flagpole. What I have in front of me here is 15 strands of LEDs. And with these LEDs, it's going to give me a 30-strand tree. And what I mean by that is it's going to give me 30 strands from the top of the pole down to the ground. Okay? So what I'm using to attach all these lights to the pole is this mount or topper that I got at Jattyco.com. The topper just slides onto your flagpole's existing finial and into your flagpole, just like so. Now we're going to cinch this finial down, and once it's nice and snug, we're ready to hang our lights. So for this tree, I'm going to plug them in a series of 3 lights. I made this very simple to understand. So I'm going to start with my red, my white, and my blue lights. Those 3 are going to be on the first plug coming from the power source. So I'll have my first extension cord here, these 3 plugged in together, and then I'll carry that series on to the next set of lights and the next set of lights, and I'll explain more as I get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start draping my lights over, and this is going to be my first set of lights. Rule of thumb, keep your male end of your lights to your left hand at all times, because you're going to get the center of your wire, drape it over the topper, okay? And as long as the male adapter is in your left hand, you know that you're going to be able to plug these in a series. And I'll show you here in a moment. Okay, we're going to continue here with our second strand. As you see, I have my male adapter in my left hand. Ooh, backwards there. All right, we're going to continue on with our third set. Okay, so now that I have all these laid out, I can really show you better how I daisy chain these. So if you see here, we got our first strand, and it's going to be strand number 1. That's going to be where our first extension cord goes. Then from there, our daisy chain begins. Our red and our white connect together. Then our blue and our white connect together. And that's the end of our first daisy chain. Okay, if you're gonna put a star on top of your flagpole tree, I'm gonna teach you a little secret. What I like to do is use 2 33-foot strands. That way you can have a power point at the top of your pole, because this is the center of the strand. And what you're gonna do is just take it and fold it right over the top of the horn there. And that's gonna give you a place to plug your star into. Voila. The more you know. The more you know. For the second daisy chain, you're just going to repeat the same process as the first one. We have our male adapter here, which is number 2. This is where our second extension cord is going to come to. The female end of that one is going to plug into the male end of the next strand. And then once again. And then we're going to begin our third daisy chain. Here I'm just laying out the rest of the daisy chains, 3 at a time, plugging them in, and moving on to the next one. I get done here at the end, and I'm going to show you guys one of the coolest parts of the whole build, and it's lifting the pole. Okay, so now that I've finished all 15 strands, I now have 30 strands coming off of this flagpole. I plugged everything in because I think it looks a lot cooler on camera with everything plugged in. So now I'm gonna lift this pole, and we're gonna have a 20-foot Christmas tree. I'm gonna stake everything down, and I'm gonna show you how I do that next. Here we go. Okay, there it is. Okay, for my spacer, I use a 1-inch PVC, and for this massive of a tree, I'm going to do I'm gonna say I got an 8-foot mark here. So I'm gonna do 8 foot from the pole to the first light. I'm gonna start with this red, white, and blue. And I'm gonna go up against the flagpole there with my PVC. And then here, I'm gonna stake the light at a 45-degree angle with the stake facing towards the flagpole. Just like so. Make it nice and tight at the 8-foot mark. And we're done. Now for the next step, we're gonna move directly across from this one to the other red, white, and blue on the other side. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna do the same thing. The reason why I moved directly across is because it gives me a good reference point of where to line up. So I know this is directly across. Stake it in. And then what I'm gonna do is move in a cross pattern, and then it gives me a good reference point of the spacing in between. So follow along with me and it'll make sense in the end. And I'm gonna go directly across from this one. And here I want the 7th strand from the first one staked down over there. So 7th one right here. So I'm gonna stake this one down directly across from the other red. Just like so. All right, so this is where I will start determining where to space the rest of the lights. This is gonna be the one that I center up between the first 2 that I staked. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Between the red, white, and blue and this red one right here.
Okay. All right, so I just kind of gauge what's the middle of them 2. And that's where I'm going to stake down at. Okay. Then we're going to go just directly across from that one.
Okay, so once you get here, you're just going to repeat this process over and over again. I sped it up so it's not so redundant, and I hope you guys learned something from it. I can't wait for you to see the final product here at the end, and just so you know, everything that I used is in the description below. Thank you guys, you're fantastic. Give me a like, tell me what you want me to build next, and who knows, I might just feature what you comment below.
Now that we're done with that, we're going to wrap the tree at the base. And this tree's done.
Also, guys, these are the commercial grade lights. I love these for longevity, and they are definitely Oklahoma wind approved. Along with the string lights, they've worked wonderful for me for a couple years. I just really like these commercial grade ones because I can put the plug up at the top of the tree.
All right, I'm gonna show you what it's like walking inside of this massive tree. Watch this. Oh yeah, it's amazing. This thing is awesome. Thanks for sticking around this long, checking us out. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.